Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends Strong Guy Build-A-Figure wave, Maverick. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews as always. My name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we continue looking at this Marvel Legends Strong Guy Build-A-Figure wave, and in front of me today we have Maverick, aka David North, aka Agent X. He is just an ultimate mercenary, gun for hire, spy with all of the skills, and now he has all of the tech as well with like an all vibranium suit. Quite a popular character in the 90s for X-Men. Just a cool character. He's friends with Wolverine, and now we have him in 6-inch scale for our Marvel Legends collection, which I really like. So looking forward to opening this one. He also comes with a Build-A-Figure piece for the Strong Guy as well. So on the side of the box, you're getting a graphic image of Maverick looking nice. On the back, you're getting a promotional shot. You're getting a little write-up that reads, Maverick absorbs the force of enemy attacks, converting it into hyper-concussive blasts of power. And then, as always, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to build the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Maverick. So as I said, liking this one, I like the character design, I'm happy to have it in figure form. So without further ado, let's get him open. And here we have Maverick out of the packaging, and you can see under my lights that all this sort of marbly metallic sort of plastic is sort of shining a little bit, which I'm not too mad at that. He is wearing like a vibranium suit at this point, I believe, in the comics, so I'm not too mad about it at all. He comes with the Build-A-Figure piece for Strong Guy, just another Strong Guy arm that we need to complete the big man. So you know what to do, subscribe to the channel, come back, as once I've reviewed all the figures in this wave, I will build and review Strong Guy. So come back for that, but today is about David North, Weapon X, Agent X, sorry, and of course Maverick. So he is quite a big figure. He's bigger than I thought, to be fair, and it's a lot of new sculpt as well. They've not cheaped out on this one, and he comes with some nice futuristic style looking guns. I think he's stole one from someone else in the Marvel universe, but we'll take a closer look at them and see if we can store them on there. Let's see if his mask works, take a zoom in and look at that face. But yeah, so far, so good. So here's our closer look, and I really like this head sculpt. I just really like the way the hair flows over the mask, sort of like Gambit style, I guess. And you can see all these pipes sort of attach from this backpack here into the head, and they are glued in there. They're not going to come out. And does it hinder the head articulation? Not really. They're long enough and bendy enough where you can still move his head and they not sort of break or hinder it at all. So I like that. At least they took that in consideration. I like the face sculpt as it is, this mask. The paint seems pretty good with the red eyes. Again, the hair is very nice, just the detail in that. And this mask sort of just dangles there over the neck. And it is 2020, it is COVID season, so it's a good job that we finally have an action figure with a mask to stay safe during this time. So let's see if we can get it to work. So I'm just going to literally try squeeze this over his face. And you can do it. So there you go. I've pulled it up over his face, but you can see there's a big gap there. It doesn't really work. So you're not really getting the look it's intended to. Maybe if you got your Dremel out and took some plastic out from the middle, you could maybe make a little section for his nose to go in. But sort of works, sort of doesn't. So I think it's there more for an accessory than it is for an actual mask. So don't go outside, David. Don't go outside. You won't be safe. But this whole body seems like new sculpted detail. This new harness, this new upper torso, the lower torso, the arms. It's all new. And I'm liking this a lot. So there's no ab crunch. Instead, it's sort of like on a ball joint. So you're not getting too much movement up top. You're getting some movement. Let me zoom out a little bit. So you're getting some movement back and forth, but not as much as you would get for a deep ab crunch. The harness is all one piece. There does seem to be a clip there, but I don't want to unclip it in case I can't put it back on. The back piece, though, is attached to the actual figure. That's not attached to the harness. The harness is separate. Maybe the harness is attached. Maybe it is all attached. I can't really tell, and I don't want to take it off in case I can't put it back on. So this seems proper glued on there anyway. This seems like it's glued to the top bit. So it's up to you if you want to experiment, but either way, you still get a bit of movement up here, but it all seems to be new sculpt. Let's see if we can get double. No, you can't get a double because they sort of muscles, sort of, I don't know, his suit gets in the way anyway. So there is a double joint, but you're only going to get a single bend, unfortunately. So you can get 90, and then the shoulders are quite smooth, and they will still go up. And there are a hinge up or down or side to side. Let me have a look. Seems like an up and down hinge, which is good because he's got trigger fingers, as he should. He is a mercenary. He's one of the best marksmen. He's like an ultimate spy, a great gun for hire. So the hinge is in the hand. So he's got 2 trigger fingers and the hinges are up and down, which is what you need for guns. He has some weapon storage. So he has a holster there. Just one though. This one is just a solid piece. So that one's just for show. But the new sculpt continues all the way down the leg. I don't think I'm finding any reuse here. This is all new. So I like the colour scheme as well, like the browns, the sort of yellowy gold and the silvers. Just looks really good. And then the only red is those red eyes, so they stand out. But yeah, really liking this. I just like the character design of this sort of mercenary. I believe this is after Weapon X, so this is when he has his little bit of healing factor. And yeah, this is good. So let's take a look at his weapons while we're here zoomed in. So the first one, I believe, is brand new for Maverick. So it got dual sort of mags on there, which is pretty good. So it looks like a normal gun that's sort of been amped up. And then the other gun he comes with, we've seen before, I believe this is the comic Star-Lord gun, but I could be wrong. But they're the 2 guns we get. Silver, decent. They match the chrome of the figure. And then I'm assuming we can attach at least one of these on here. So I'm going to go for his gun, so the one that's unique to him, this double mag, dual magged one, and then this big harness. Will it go in there? It does go in there, but it sticks out too much, so maybe this one goes in there. There you go, that's a much better fit, much better fit. So the Star-Lord gun goes in his harness and it fits in there nicely. This other gun has no storage, but it's Maverick. If you're going to display him on your shelf, you're going to need a gun in his hand. So there you go, and he holds that trigger finger, the joint in the wrist is up and down, so yeah, not bad at all. Maverick looking good. So I briefly mentioned articulation, but since it is mainly new sculpt, I don't see a lot of reuse on there at all, if any. Let's go over articulation one more time. So, as I said, single joint in the elbow. There is a hinge for the double joint, but because of his suit or his muscles or whatever, it will only go to 90. But the bicep swivels there at the cut between the gold and the silver, that swings all the way around, and the shoulders will go up as well. The hinge on the wrists are up and down for the guns, which we appreciate. No ab crunch, but it's like on a ball joint, so you will get some back, some forward, but not as much as you would with a deep ab crunch. The head, even though these wires and this backpack, let's zoom in and look at this backpack, by the way. Some paint detail on this would have been nice, but it's still futuristic and decent, and they look like bullets. But either way, no hindrance on the neck articulation. You can still look back, still bury the chin, even with that mask there. And as I said, you can turn his head, and the wires bend with the head and don't look bad at all doing it. The legs, double jointed knees, about that much. There is an ankle pivot, as there always is, beautiful. And there is a there is a swivel at the sort of boot cut area there, just hidden in the sort of sculpting detail, which I like. The legs go out that much. I should zoom back out, shouldn't I, really? That much. They go forward a decent amount. You can definitely do the big boot. And as I said, this is a tall character, and the legs go back a tiny bit as well. So brand new mold by the look of it. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. I'm sure you will. But yeah, brand new mold, really nice, much taller than your bookie cap. And yeah, decent articulation as well for this sort of mercenary character. So moving into some comparisons, here we have Maverick compared to a good friend of his, Wolverine, and then of course Deadpool, all associated with X-Force and Weapon X and all that good stuff. And as I said, Maverick is definitely taller than your standard bookie cap sort of body. If you have him here against Deadpool back to back, definitely a lot taller. So yeah, Maverick's not a small character. He's very intimidating. There is weaponry in his armor. And yeah, the more I look at this guy, the more I like him. Here we have Maverick compared to 2 other figures I've already reviewed in this wave, and that is of course Warpath and Sunspot. And you can see the height here sort of goes down each time on a sliding scale. And maybe Warpath should be bigger, or Maverick isn't that tall. But either way, that's the scale. And then here we have Maverick compared to 2 other Deadpools from this Strong Guy Build-A-Figure wave. It is of course Pirate Deadpool, and then the blue and yellow X-Men Deadpool. Hank, mate, I'm warning you, out of everyone you're going against, Maverick is not a guy you want a gunfight with. I warned you, Back down, Hank, back down. So, final thoughts, I really like this Maverick action figure. I'm a fan of the character's design, and in figure form, it's really nice on the shelf. He looks cool just stand posed in a normal stance like this. And people may complain about the marbling effect on the plastic, but for me, if it's meant to be representing metal, which this vibranium suit is, then the marbling effect, if anything, enhances the design. So I'm not complaining about that at all. I like the way it shines under the light and has a little bit of marbling. I like it. No complaints from me. I like the character design. I like the new sculpt. Maverick, happy to have him in figure form. So you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of Maverick? Whereabouts are you going to place him in your display? Like, who's he going to stand next to? Always curious where people place things in their display. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more reviews from this Strong Guy Build-A-Figure wave as I work my way up to building Strong Guy, then you know what to do. Find the playlist, check out the videos tab. But most importantly, help the channel grow, and please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. And as always, you want to support the channel a little bit more, you can on Patreon, linked in the description below. But until then, my name is Dan W, and I will of course see you on the next one.